everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we are going to be discussing more so about the newly announced and new revealed trailer for animated neighborhood-friendly Spider-Man as that looks to release in the new year of 2025, January 29th with its episode 1 debut. It seems that Marvel's newest animated show reveals a troubling trend with the Spider-Man franchise. It's exactly what we're going to be discussing in today's video. Now you guys know me here on the channel. I've been nothing but good and praise for this show, and I still am. I'm just kind of discussing the news here. So we're going to go ahead and hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we'd be anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing all types of Marvel related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Also, be sure to hit that little notification bell right next to it to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost on the daily. There is a lot of Marvel news to keep up with. It's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys updated with everything, not just that, but also break it down for you guys. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from CBR.com as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is the latest animated series to feature Marvel's premier superhero, Spider-Man himself, and it's only one of several such shows featuring the wall crawler. Developing over the past couple of years at this point, it started out as a prequel to the Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man with Tom Holland, before taking on a life of his own. Unfortunately for fans, or maybe fortunately, the new Disney Plus cartoon might not be worth the wait after all, at least as far as the preview showcases. And the initial reactions to the first trailer for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man are quite mixed, with many criticizing the show's somewhat cheap animation-looking style. Likewise, retrending previous story beats with another teenage Peter Parker is only further compounded by the obvious attempts to attract a younger viewership with all of the manner of the cool lingo. Additionally, fans are also crying out for other Spider-Man cartoons to be relaunched, and that they largely would make for much more of an interesting endeavor. Into the idea of that, why pick up something new when we can go back and pick up something that we've had before? The initial trailer for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man showcases how this is a version of the character unrelated to the MCU or previous cartoons. It's a standalone and something of its own, which has many fans honestly disappointed. And I honestly do fall underneath that category. I'm a little bit disappointed that this isn't supposed to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man as it was initially kind of revealed to be when the show was first announced and kind of hinted at, but much rather seems to be something completely of its own. Unfortunately, it also showcases things that have been increasingly criticized in the modern Spider-Man stories, be it in comic books or adaptations such as the movies and other shows and other cartoons. On the surface, the most obvious issue with the show is its animation for some fans, which isn't exactly extraordinary. As I kind of mentioned in my initial reaction video, in our initial review video as well here for Your Neighborhood Friendly Spider-Man, is that I was actually all for this animation style, and I actually really do like it still. It has an art style that's somewhat retro, coming off of an almost as an update of the designs from the initial Stan Lee and Steve Ditko issues of the Amazing Spider-Man originally, but sadly these resemblances are just too old school comics that are superficial at best, and the show actually trying to be set in a version of Marvel's 1960s Silver Age continuity might have been far more interesting. The art style itself isn't the problem, but the flat animation just makes the whole endeavor appear as though a little effort was actually put into the animation style for some fans. Again, I don't fall underneath that category, I'm just talking the news. Furthermore, fans expecting more from Disney and the king of Western animation were definitely let down in this capacity. I mean, it's Disney, for crying out loud, making some of the best animated projects, movies, and shows. It doesn't help that Western animation, besides major movies from Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks, and a few other studios, are increasingly being passed in by the comparison to anime, with even the most generic and middling anime looking for more visual appealing. But even then, those two at best of your generic Western animation versus anime are very uncomparable in my thoughts. At best, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man looks like a botched attempt to replicate the aesthetic of Sony's animated Spider-Verse movies, which in itself is something I've also discussed here on the channel in a couple of our Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man videos, and I'm actually all for that in itself as well. I really would like that, and it looks like that, and it's something that I do like. It's not something that looks like a cheap copy or a cheap knockoff. There's also an overly goofy tone full of jokes and comments meant to evoke modern slang and seemingly appeal to the kids. Listen, I just turned 21, and even myself am starting to phase out of the whole lingo and everything of that. Like, I don't even know what some of these things mean, that modern quote-unquote slang. Instead, the attempt to make the series resonate with much of a younger audience fails completely kind of flat. The slang use of streaming and a hip-hop remix of the classic Spider-Man TV theme makes the new series feel a bit of unoriginal, but in itself is, honestly, I do like the original TV theme and kind of being redone a little bit. The overtly youthful take on the title hero is also part of the biggest issue with the show, which makes it inherently blaze right out of the gate. And even for those of you that enjoyed the movies, there was the criticism over the Marvel Cinematic Universe rebooting Spider-Man once again, namely to repeat his being a high school student and the whole generic story of that. But surprisingly, the MCU skipped over most of that. As many fans have noted, Peter Parker was only in high school for the first few years of his comic book publication, so other adaptations constantly focusing on the smallest and arguably least interesting era of his history makes next to no sense, to say the least, and that there's so much more of a story to be told with the character, and we're finally seeing Tom Holland's MCU story move into that. While part of the character reliably stems from his youthful nature, it's much more born out of the trials and tribulations that he faces as an adult as well. All in all, and to say the least, there are fans that are always going to criticize and just have things that they don't like about any given show. I, for myself, have been very adamant. I'm very much so looking forward to this show right out the gate when it does premiere on Disney Plus at the end of January. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well, I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Leave a like on today's video, as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Stick around here on the channel, Unofficial MCU, by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel, almost on the daily. There's a lot of Marvel news and craziness that has been going on. That's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys all updated on all of it and explain it all. Also, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below or to the channel. Also use codes Team Iron Man or Team Cap in all caps, depending on what team you are a part of, to get 10% off of your order. I'll be updating and dropping new designs on a regular basis, so make sure you check it out. It can make a perfect gift for someone else or even for yourself. With whatever way you support the channel, I really deeply do appreciate it. Whether it's simply watching today's video or purchasing one of our products, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Peace out.